All right, guys, I'm back. It's a little later on, but this is when I am able to film anyways. So here I am. Um, yeah, so going for a walk. It's kind of a great way of staying active after work if you don't have anything else going on. Um, doesn't mean that you can't hit the gym. Doesn't mean that you don't do any sports or any of that stuff. But on days where you're not doing that, on rest days, uh, it's nice to keep moving a little bit, um, especially after work. You do your work all day. Maybe some people are working in an office, but even if you're in construction, moving around all day, I know it's nice to kick your feet up, but sometimes it's good to go outside and keep moving and do that walk because there's a lot of other benefits that you can get from walking and just being outside out in nature that you wouldn't get just from chilling on the couch and drinking beers, right? So um, yeah, but it's good. It's good. Like, what a beauty day. It was a little bit overcast and it started to rain a little bit, but winter was pretty hard this year. We got a lot of snow, a lot of cold weather, and it's been mid-teens for the last couple of days here, so which is really nice where I am. Uh, yeah, saw people out in shorts, even just getting after it, going for runs and stuff. People out in their cutoffs and their shorts, so good for them. But yeah, no, it's good to keep working. Like, if sometimes you need that transition from work mode to whatever relaxation mode, or something to get your brain switched off from the stress of work. And whether or not your job's stressful, like, who knows? I had a pretty chill day today, but there's always something. Um, yeah, and it you can those problems and stuff can follow you home. So if, like, let's say you have a family, um, girlfriend, wife, whatever, kids, come home and you got all that baggage from work. Sometimes it's good to hit the gym or get outside, go for a walk, that kind of thing, before you interact too much with your family, because you don't want to bring that all that baggage and stuff and stress, and you might not realize it, but you can easily kind of pass that on. So it's good to get rid of that and you know clear your head, basically. Which, like, walking is a great way. One of the things with walking, you can clear your head in a bunch of different ways, but one of the things with walking is you actually have to kind of go somewhere, and you're usually out for a little while, and let's say you're not listening to music or anything, you're often in your own head, and you have that time to go through things. Sometimes you get that on a long drive, but if you're out walking, it's you get the benefit of exercise and being out in nature and stuff, right? So maybe if you've had a shitty, stressful day, that might be the time to turn the tunes off and don't listen to a podcast or anything. Just go out there, force yourself in your own head, and just it's gonna suck, but that's sometimes the best things for you suck, right? So it is good. And just being outside, like, there's studies that proves it lowers cortisol, and which improves your mood, all that stuff, clearing your thoughts, your mental thoughts, of all that. Um, so, and you feel it going out there, it just clears your head. So it's always good. Uh, like, personally, I find it's it's the best just getting out. I love being outside. I love nature. I love camping and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not I'm not in a place where there's a ton of nature. Like I'm in a city right now, so it does feel like a little cramped. I'm a little closed in. I'm a bit of a wild man, so I like wide open spaces. But for now, this is where I'm at. So um, yeah, it's good to get out. Um, and then like I've been talking about trying to get back in shape, and it's a big thing, especially for like trades guys. Trades guys, you either got it or you don't. It seems. There's some guys that are like super in shape, and then there's other guys that they go home, they eat Cheetos and drink beer, and that's it. That's all they care about. Um, and you know, like I get it. I get that you're physically tired, and it's a long day and shitty day often. And you get that fulfillment of manual labor, so you've already kind of hit that. But if you're looking to you know improve yourself and improve your energy and that kind of stuff, then you often have to do a little bit more. And it can be tough, like getting out and doing something after work, after you like had a real long day or a shit day. Maybe you're doing concrete or something, and those days can be draining. So um it can be tough, but you got to find it where you can. Not every day is going to be a 14-hour day, so you don't have to do it every time. Some days you're going to have to come home and sleep, but try to get that exercise in where you can, and it'll improve. The more you do it, the more your energy is going to improve, and you're going to build that habit, and you're going to build that underlying excuse me, you're going to build that underlying endurance and the muscle. So it's just going to help. Anything about it, like getting outside and walking helps. Like I said, lower your cortisol and all that. But you know, lifting weights, even walking, like because your cortisol is lower, you'll gain more testosterone as a man, which is huge for us, right? Like we gotta, especially when you get older, you start not producing it as much. It's huge. You gotta get it where you can, and that'll boost your energy, just everything. Like you're just gonna be on it. Like at work, you're gonna be on it, which helps a lot, and you totally notice it. Like if you have shit sleep, and and you're kind of getting fat and lazy and all that, you totally notice at work that your brain isn't functioning the way it should. You're groggy, you're foggy, you know you're just tired, feeling weak. you know it's not good. So get out, get outside, and do some stuff and lift some weights. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm still looking for a good gym. I went to the one place, Movati, and I had a gym membership there before, and it's just expensive. Like it was expensive when I had it, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. And I remember like when I first got it, I was like, no, you're spending a shitload of money on this. So uh, I was going like twice a day. I'd like go in the morning, go for a swim or whatever. Like I basically almost always went for a swim, and then I'd hit the gym after work, and I was there for quite a while. So it was worth it. It was like worth it to me. It was basically my second home. But now it's even more expensive. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it, and trying to like talk to them, like get a deal of some sort. Hey, I was at the gym. Like I've used your gym before. Let's sweeten the pot a little bit. But they don't go for that. So I don't know. Those fuckers. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really like I know anytime fitness is good because you can basically go anytime. It's 24/7, but which would be good for like before work. I can get there like super early and there's nobody there, which is kind of like, that's my jam. I don't want a lot of people there when I'm there. But, I don't even think there's that many Anytime Fitness around my place. Yeah, and I don't know what the cost for that is. They don't have all the stuff that, Movati has. So still figuring it out. I got a couple of things here. Like I got kettlebells and whatever bullshit. But enough to get me moving. Yeah. But you know, it doesn't you don't have to hit the weights and stuff every time, if you're tired and stuff, but it is good to go out and go for a walk. And like I said, I'm trying to build myself up to maybe get running again, which is like, it's yeah, it feels a little daunting. I don't know why. Like it's running's one of those things you just like fuck. I mean, you just know it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. And yeah, I don't know. I always have to like, it's always like the first, few times that you go, you gotta like pump yourself up a lot to go. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna suck at this and I'm gonna be so gassed. But honestly, the biggest thing, like, got to get that out of your head and just do it, and then fuck it. If you if you only run like, you know 10 steps and that's all you can do, and then you're huffing and puffing, then whatever. Like, at least you did it. So you got to think of it that way, right? Like, just got to go out and do it, and it's gonna suck, but whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're at right now. So hopefully you guys are getting after it too. And yeah, that's it for tonight. Delta out.